माननीय मंत्रियों तथा अध्यक्ष महोदय,
Honorable members, I historically welcome you all to the winter session of the Youth Parliament. Hope this session will be a fruitful one as we sit down to deliberate the important matters concerning our nation. We begin today's session with oath or affirmation. Secretary General, please.
Mr. Pranjal Paul and Ms. Supriya Singh, who stands elected from the Deoghar constituency of Odisha and Sitai constituency of West Bengal, will now take the oath or affirmation. Mr. Pranjal Paul. Sir, do you want to take the oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language do you want to take the oath?
In Hindi, please. मैं रंजन पॉल युवा संसद की लोकसभा का चुना गया एक सदस्य हूँ। मैं भगवान की शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं कानून द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची आस्था और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं इसके संप्रभुता और अखंडता को बनाए रखूंगा। मैं ईमानदारी से उस कर्तव्य का निर्वहन करूंगा जिस पर मैं प्रवेश करने जा रहा हूँ।
Ms. Supriya Singh. Madam, do you want to take the oath or affirmation?
Affirmation, please.
In which language do you want to take the affirmation?
In English, please. I, Supriya Singh, having been elected a member of lower house of the Youth Parliament, solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India, and by law establish that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter.
Honorable members, as we meet today, it is my duty to inform you about the sad demise of Shri Sharad Yadav. Shri Sharad Yadav, who was born on 1st July 1947, was an Indian politician of Rashtriya Janata Dal Party. He was elected to the Lok Sabha 7 times and to the Rajya Sabha 4 times by Rajya Dal United. He was the first national president of Janata Dal United, serving from its formation 2003 until 2016.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं आपके एवं सदन के नेता द्वारा दी गई श्रद्धांजलि में अपने आप को भी शामिल करता हूँ। श्री शरद यादव, whose involvement with politics started from 1917 onwards, when he became the president of Jabalpur University Student Association. He was also active in Bihar student movement and was jailed by the Jabalpur police. In 1972 and 1975, due to his involvement with the student movement, he won the Bandur seat in 1989 general election under the Janata Dal Party, with INC's Ram Naresh Yadav being the runner. उनकी आकस्मिक मृत्यु से मैं बहुत विचलित महसूस कर रहा हूँ। माननीय महोदय, मैं शोक संसद परिवार को अपनी संवेदनाएं प्रस्तुत करने में अपने को और अपने दल को सुयोजित करना चाहता हूँ।
शरद यादव भारत की एक राजनीतिक पार्टी जनता दल यूनाइटेड के पूर्व राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष थे। उन्होंने बिहार प्रदेश के मेघापुरा लोकसभा निर्वाचन क्षेत्र से 4 बार लोकसभा के लिए चुने गए और शरद यादव संभवतः भारत के पहले ऐसे राजनेता हैं जो 3 राज्यों मध्य प्रदेश, उत्तर प्रदेश और बिहार से लोकसभा के सदस्य के लिए चुने गए। शरद यादव राष्ट्रीय जनतांत्रिक गठबंधन के संयोजक थे, परंतु उनकी पार्टी द्वारा गठबंधन से संबंध विच्छेद कर लेने के कारण उन्होंने संयोजक पद से त्याग दे दिया। राजनीतिक गठजोड़ के माहिर खिलाड़ी शरद यादव को बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार का राजनीतिक गुरु माना जाता है। भगवान उनके आत्मा को सद्गति प्रदान करें तथा उनके परिवार को धैर्य तथा साहस प्रदान करें।
I request the House to stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. Secretary General conveys the message of condolence to the bereaved family.
Yes, madam.
Prime Minister to introduce new ministers.
Honorable Speaker, I have pleasure in introducing to you, through you, to the House, my colleagues, the new Law and Justice Minister, Ms. Adya.
Now the question hour begins. Question number 101, Shri Ankit Kumar Swami.
महोदया, बहुचर्चित आधार विशेष पहचान संख्या परियोजना संकट में पड़ गई है, क्योंकि बहुत सी सरकारी एजेंसियां ही इसे विशेष पहचान पत्र को नागरिक के अंतिम पहचान पत्र के रूप में मानने से ही इनकार कर रही हैं। क्या वित्त मंत्री महोदया इस पर स्पष्टीकरण देने की कृपा करेंगी?
Minister of Finance.
Madam, Aadhaar is a dual-digit individual identification number issued by the Unique Identification Authority of India on behalf of identity address anywhere in India. Each individual needs to enroll only once, which is free of cost. Each Aadhaar number will be unique to an individual and remain valid for life. Aadhaar number will help you provide access to services like banking, mobile phone connections and other government and non-government services. The Aadhaar card specially mentions to its rear side the various purposes for which it can be used. There need not be any confusion over it. The immediate use of the UID card would be more visible in case of beneficiaries of various government schemes. However, in the long run, it will serve as a definite document of one's identity proof. Whatever confusion prevails on its use will soon be cleared, and it would be in the interest of everyone to get enrolled.
Mr. Amarjit Ram.
महोदय, यह एक तथ्य है। मसूड़ा राष्ट्रीय बहुजन प्राधिकरण विधायक युवा सांसद में पारित नहीं किया गया है। युवा सांसद की स्थायी समिति ने इस विधायक को अपने वर्तमान रूप में खारिज कर दिया है। उसके बाद भी आखिर इसको देश पर कैसे लागू किया जा सकता है?
Honorable Minister of Finance.
Madam, as far as the statement of the member is concerned, it is half true. Yes, through the ordinance, it is implemented. Probably my worthy friend has gone to St. Petersburg while the ordinance was promulgated.
Ms. Prachi Sahu.
Madam, I want to know while countries such as UK, Singapore and Australia consider into an abandon it because of huge expense even for their small population and was not worth the benefits the scheme would bring, how the country like India accepted it. And why is Aadhaar necessary when we have National Citizen Register?
Minister of Finance, please.
Ma'am, the home policy of country is guided by the history, geographical location and economic condition of the people. The countries mentioned by the honorable member are not sharing such a large number of international boundaries as India. I can suggest my friend to browse the internet today.
Silence.
Yes, the anxiety regarding NPR. The government of India initiated the NPR, which entails the creation of the Citizens Register. This register is being prepared at the local, sub-districts, districts, states and national level. इस डाटाबेस में 16 वर्ग होंगे जिसमें डेमोग्राफिक सूचनाएं दी जाएंगी। 6 वर्गी में बायोमेट्रिक होगा और यहाँ सूचना उन भाषाओं के बारे में दी जाएगी जिनकी उम्र 5 साल या उससे अधिक है। इसके द्वारा सुरक्षा में भी सुधार आएगा क्योंकि लोग एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान तक विदाउट परमिशन प्रवेश नहीं कर सकते हैं। इसके द्वारा सत्यापन होगा तथा सत्यापित जगहों पर आधार कार्ड के द्वारा अवैध प्रयोगों को रोका जाएगा।
Ms. Alisha Singh.
Madam, preparation of Aadhaar card has been given to the Kolkata, Lucknow, Hyderabad, Pune, Bhopal, people being charged 50 rupees each, and in some place on name collecting of information of their personal data are being manipulated or tampered.
Minister of Finance.
Madam, the honorable member has supplied the information. I'll look into it.
Madam, see, we have the information with her because it is connected to the shortage of food.
The honorable member has supplied the information. I was not aware about the complaint. Now you have supplied the information. I'll definitely look into the matter.
Okay, next question. Question number 102. Mr. Prem Prakash Mohanty.
Madam, will the Minister of Agriculture be pleased to state that cheap food grains available to about 2/3 of the country's population at a price of ₹1 or 2? Could it cost the exchequer more than double annually than what the government has projected? Could the plan cost in India dearly? Don't the ministry think that the food subsidies will have adverse effect on agriculture?
Minister of Agriculture, please.
Madam Speaker, under part A and B of the honorable member, the government has estimated that it will need to budget 1.2 trillion rupees, a little over $22 billion each year to fund all food subsidies, including the new one. Under the Food Security Program, the government planned to distribute 5 kg of food grain at highly subsidized rate, 3 rupees a kilo for rice, 2 rupees a kilo for wheat, and 1 rupees a kilo for other types of food grain. At private store, rice currently costs at least 20 to 30 rupees per kilo, 7 times the amount it could be purchased for under the program. So, I am sure the program will whip out tears from the billions. Nobody will die of hunger or sell their child for food. Answer to the part B of the honorable member, an agricultural subsidies is a governmental subsidy paid to farmers and agri-businesses to supplement their income, manage the supply of agricultural commodities, and influence the cost and supply of such commodities. The subsidy program will give farmers extra money for their crops and grant a price floor. Generally, developing countries have a comparative advantage in producing agricultural goods.
Mr. Chinmay Kumar Naik.
The President has pending food subsidies would mean the government would have to make spending cuts elsewhere if it is to keep its fiscal politicians' plans on track.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture.
This is the most common and probably incorrect justification. True, I admit in the initial phase it may hurt the people, but in the long run government has made the modus operandi to overcome. The government has planned to narrow its fiscal deficit to 3% of gross domestic product in 4 years, compared with 5.2% in the financial years.
Mr. Dinesh Patnaik.
Whether the system is capable of absorbing the extra demand at the time of lack of supply, and can the ministry assure the quality supply to the people?
Minister of Agriculture.
Yes, the concern of the honorable member is genuine. Most of the farmers are depending on the gamble of monsoon. In case of failures of monsoon, it will be very difficult to manage. But government has plan B, and moreover, putting its finger crossed through.
Ms. Raji Sahu.
Madam, through you, I would like to inform Honorable Minister and the House the subsidized rate of food grain prices has made the laboring poor, lethargic and parasite, and the given boost of alcoholism. I have seen in my constituency how the scarcity of labor started. Many agricultural land are left uncultivated.
Please maintain silence.
If proper steps will not be taken at the right moment, it will cost dearly to us, isn't it, madam?
Minister of Agriculture.
Ma'am, I have not received such report. I shall look into the matter and will let the House know.
The strong of rights has fought duty backseat friends. Poor vegetable is on fire, but who cares?
Next question. Question number 103. Ms. Amisha Patel.
Honorable Speaker Madam, will the Minister of Forest and Environment be pleased to be state the latest position of the number of elephants getting killed in the locomotive accident on railway track in the country? Whether the keeping the view is the present situation, government have to educate the plans to meet the situation, and if no, the measure proposed taken by the government to deal with the situation.
Minister of Forest and Environment.
Madam Speaker, I am highly thankful to the member for his concern toward animal cause. Every animal killed is a great loss to the forest and to its owner. However, the good news is that 2020, 21 and 22 all had relatively low number of animal deaths, 65, 66 and 64. But by July 2023, it has been reached to 48.
महाशय, मैं सदन को बता देना चाहती हूँ कि 100 साल पहले भारत में 50,000 हाथियाँ थे, लेकिन आज उनका संख्या पहुँच गया है 15,000। इसके लिए कौन जिम्मेदार है?
श्रीमती दीपिका, आप इस तरह सभा में प्रश्न नहीं पूछ सकती हैं। कृपया बैठ जाइए।
About the concern of the government, the animal accident reduction group has been formed to improve, analyze to the accident statistics and coordinate the action of the various organizations involved. Railway and highway are a source of wildlife mortality throughout the world. So my ministry has a series to talk with the state government, Ministry of Railway, Ministry of Highway and Surface Transport and NGOs. Awareness programs are being organized among the villagers living on the national highway and railway track. Ministry of Railway has been suggested to instruct the driver to reduce the speed and not to cross 30 km per hour. My ministry has also given proposal to Ministry of Railway and Surface Transport to install elephant repeating system by using infrasonic sound with auto sensor and advanced alert system by using microwave sensor along with radio transmission to coming by locomotive driver and nearest control room.
Ms. Swasti Rupa Pandit.
Madam, will the Minister please to state the House estimated expenditure of installation of the device? By the way, by which year the project is going to be completed?
Minister of Forest and Environment.
Madam, it is undoubtedly a costly affair. One set of microperimeter sensor cost rupees 500 USD. Infrasonic device use 200 USD for each. Transmitter and receiver each 250 USD. Infrared sensor which 150 USD. Is set thermal camera to watch in the dark and record the animal behavior 5,000 USD. Is so all total $2,000 billion about amount is needed. Moreover, as three different ministers are involved, so it will take some time. My ministry has a target to complete it by 2020.
Ms. Anushree Naik.
Madam, as huge amount of money is needed for installation and regular investment is also required. So is there any other plan of the minister to check animals accidents in railway tracks?
Honorable Minister of Forest and Environment.
Madam, as I have told, it was a proposal given by the ministry. So members should not be worried about the expenditure. Recently, another wonderful proposal has been suggested by the Ministry of Railway to construct underground tunnel in forest area. Officers are instructed to survey the facility the plan to.
Okay, no more supplementaries. Next question, question number 104. Ms. Amisha Tapno.
Madam Speaker, will the Minister of Culture be pleased to state, first tell me the foreign exchange earning from tourism during the last 2 years and its contribution to GDP, and what are the national policies there to support the development of tourism?
Honorable Minister of Culture.
Madam Speaker, the GDP of the tourism sector
expanded 229% between 2009 and 2021. The estimated foreign exchange earning for tourism during the last 2 years as follows. Foreign exchange earning from tourism in 2021 was rupees 68.721 crore. Foreign exchange earning from tourists visiting India till 2022 was rupees 83,938 crore. With a growth of 22.1% over the same period in 2021, the Ministry of Tourism designs national policies for the development and promotion of tourism. Concerted efforts are being made to promote new forms of tourism such as rural, cruise, medical and ecotourism. The ministry also maintains the Incredible Indian campaign. As a result, 6.29 million foreign tourists arrived in 2011, earning the country's 16.5 billion. The number of foreign tourist arrivals in the country in 2022 till November increased by nearly 6% over the same period in 2021.
Ms. Sanaya Khan.
For women, the country is still a house of horrors. Will tourism in India be affected by the attacks on foreign tourists, especially on women? If so, what effort the ministry has taken so far to enhance the image of nation abroad?
Minister of Culture, please.
Madam, I do admit such issues will create a sense of insecurity among the foreign tourists. But I am confident to say my ministry has taken and will take firm steps to tackle these issues in collaboration with the Ministry of Home Affairs. In 2022, the Clean India campaign was launched by the Tourism Ministry to enhance the image of country abroad. The Tourism Ministry also launched an international campaign, Find What You Seek, and a domestic campaign, Go Beyond. These campaigns at the World Travel Market 2022 in London. In 2022, India sold tourism package in Saudi Arabia with the road shows as well. Above all, megastar Amir Khan has been appointed as brand ambassador with the message Atithi Devo Bhava.
Mr. Ankit Kumar Swai.
India has the highest potential in medical tourism in the world. Will medical tourism be India's next big industry? If so, what effort government has taken to achieve it?
Minister of Culture.
Madam, India has the highest potential in medical tourism in the world. The growth in India's medical tourism market will be a boon for several associated industries, including the hospital industry, the medical equipment industry, and the pharmaceutical industry. In terms of medical tourism, the number would touch 1.3 million by 2022 at a CAGR of 19%. However, the industry is at a nascent stage and requires a few years to reach the platform already established by the IT sector. India has been ranked among the top 5 destinations for medical tourism. The question regarding ministry effort, my ministry has constant touch with external affairs and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The government has relaxed its tourist visa rules, Apollo hospitals, Fortis Healthcare and Max Healthcare. Medical exchange of hospitals have been encouraged to attract foreign patients. It is estimated that India would be hosting 24 lakh medical tourists by 2020, almost 4 times this number it captured in 2015. And that's not all. The figure is projected to rise to 49 lakh tourists by 2025.
Ms. Nandana Sahu.
Madam, looking at the recent road in Uttarakhand, it is high time to think about ecotourism. Yes, I can appreciate Honorable Minister for his concern towards ecotourism. What effort government has taken so far for the promotion of ecotourism?
Honorable Minister of Culture.
The Minister of Culture has a specific agenda to promote tourism in the country in a responsible and sustainable manner. The local community should be involved, leading to the overall economic development of the area. The likely conflict between resource used for ecotourism and the livelihood of local inhabitants should be identified and attempts made to minimize the same. Above all, encourage the stakeholders to promote and practice ecotourism practices. The Ministry of Tourism has included categories of awards. Best eco-friendly hotels, best responsible tourism policy project, best eco-friendly practices by tour operators in the National Tourism Award, presented annually to various segments of travel, tourism and hospitality sector. प्रकृति ने हमें सब कुछ दिया, जीवन का अनुपम संदेश, आओ मिटाए मन की दूरी, दूर करें कष्ट कलेश. This is my submission to women.
No more question, please. Now the question hour is over.
Sir, a serious breach of privilege has been committed by Kuch Bihar District Authority. Without any valid reason, they banned me to address a peaceful public gathering on 15th August 2020. The authority has acted with dishonest motives, and I am requesting you to allow me to raise a question on that matter just now.
Is it? Really, it is matter of great concern, but you can't spring a surprise on me like this. The matter will be examined and then I shall let you know medicine. Papers to lay on the table of the House by ministers or members. Ms. Samiksha Kumari, Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, to lay a copy of each of the notifications and annual report for the year 2022-2023. Mr. Ram Thakur.
Sir, I beg to lay on the table first a copy of the annual report in the English version of Rehabilitation, Council of India, New Delhi, for the year 2022 to 2023, along with audited accounts. Second, statement in the English versions showing reasons for delay in laying the papers mentioned and one above.
Secretary to report message from the upper chamber of Youth Parliament.
Sir, I have to report the following message received from the Secretary General of Upper Chamber. I am decided to inform the Youth Parliament that the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Bill 2022-23 has been passed by the Upper House at its sitting held on the 26th February of 2022.
Secretary to lay on the table of the House Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Bill 2022 as passed by the Upper Chamber.
Sir, I lay on the table of the House the bill as passed by the Upper Chamber.
Honorable members, I have to make an announcement on my behalf and on behalf of the honorable members of the House. I have great pleasure in extending our warm welcome to Her Excellency Ms. Jyotirmay Sena, Vice President of Singapore Parliamentary Delegation, who is on a visit to India as our honored guest. The other honorable minister is Ms. Jigyasa Speaker. Now let us take up the calling attention motion. Mr. Chinmay, Ms. Pragati, Shreya, Suhani Patel. to call the attention of the Minister of Home Affairs to the unprecedented growth of Nagaland and worst activities in India in general and Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Bihar in particular. Mr. Chinmay Kumar.
Just हमारे मुख्यमंत्री का ज्ञान अभिसंबंध सिंह जनता के लिए तत्पर मार्ग वाले देश के विभिन्न हिस्सों में बढ़ रही नक्सली माओवादी गतिविधियों व हिंसा में उत्पन्न स्थिति को सरकार द्वारा उठाए गए कदमों पर मंत्री जी व्यक्त किए। देश के 9 राज्यों आंध्र प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड, बिहार, उड़ीसा, महाराष्ट्र, उत्तर प्रदेश और पश्चिम बंगाल नक्सली हिंसा से पूरी तरह प्रभावित है। खुफिया विभाग की जानकारी इस बात का संकेत देती है कि नक्सली माओवादी अपना प्रभाव अन्य राज्यों जैसे कर्नाटका, केरला, तमिलनाडु और उत्तरांचल में भी बढ़ाने में लगे हुए हैं और मंशा से अपनी कारगुजारी को अंजाम दे रहे हैं। नक्सली संगठनों ने अपना प्रभाव क्षेत्रों में मुख्यतः पुलिस जवानों, पुलिस स्टेशनों, शस्त्र घरों, जलों, हल में ही रेलवे निवाधारों के अलावा आम आदमियों को भी अपना निशाना बनाया है। नक्सली प्रभाव राज्य में स्थित 12,476 पुलिस स्टेशनों में से 701 पुलिस स्टेशनों पर हमला की सूचना सरकार के पास है। सन 2022 को प्रमुख वारदातों में on 25 May 2022 Darba Valley in Sukma district of Chhattisgarh killed 27, on 2nd July 2022 in Dumka district of Jharkhand Maoists killed Superintendent of Police and 4 policemen on 13th July 2022 Yerkat village in Garjilodi or former Special Police Officer SPO who had associated with the band Sarkar Judo was allegedly shot dead on 17th July 2022 in Bihar. High security personnel including 3 policemen were killed and Maoists attacked them during the construction of tunnel. पिछले वर्ष जहां 18 वारदातें हुई उनकी तुलना में इस साल 4 नक्सली वारदातें अब तक दर्ज की जा चुकी हैं। पुलिस द्वारा नक्सली के विरुद्ध की कार्रवाई 27% वृद्धि हुई है। 16.8% नक्सली गिरफ्तार किए जा चुके हैं तथा 17.1% नक्सलियों ने आत्मसमर्पण कर दिया है। लेट मई बचाव के राज्य सरकार को माइन प्रोटेक्टेड व्हीकल तथा रिजर्व बटालियन के 20 करोड़ रुपए की धनराशि की आर्थिक सहायता दी गई है।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, माननीय मंत्री जी यह बताने की कृपा करें कि नक्सल प्रभावित क्षेत्रों के लोगों को सामाजिक व आर्थिक सुरक्षा प्रदान करने व उनके रोजगार की उपलब्धि कराने की दिशा में सरकार ने क्या क्या कदम उठाए हैं।
Honorable Minister to the Naxalite problem, particularly of Dantewada and Bastar district of Chhattisgarh, to which I am representing. Madam, Salwa Zudum was doing some fabulous job in creating awareness among the tribal people to fight against the Naxalites. But to my suppression, the government of Chhattisgarh has suspended Salwa Zudum. After the ascension of Mahendra Khargar, is there any plan to develop such type of group in Naxalite and West areas? Madam, my next question is that for Chhattisgarh, 1,35,190 km² areas, only 30 BNCs are developed to combat Naxalite noise. But for the information of my house,
for 55,000 square kilometers of Jammu and Kashmir, 144 BNCs, and Manipur has 48 BNCs to man 22,000 square kilometers. Similarly, the police to population in ratio state is 173 per 1 lakh, and in the other conflicts, states such as Manipur and Kashmir, the police to population ratio stood at 877 per 1 lakh and 612 per 1 lakh respectively. The Honorable Minister is requested to clarify the House that.
Ms. Suhani Patel, अध्यक्ष महोदय, इस संदर्भ में हमें पड़ोसी देश नेपाल में बड़े तेजी से बदल रहे राजनीतिक पृष्ठभूमि पर नजर रखनी होगी। यह स्वागत योग्य है कि हिंसा का रास्ता छोड़ नक्सली राजनीतिक प्रक्रिया का हिस्सा बन चुके हैं। क्या कुछ इस तरह के प्रयास हमारी सरकार नक्सलियों के साथ करने जा रही है? साथ ही मई के महीने में सीतामढ़ी जिले से नेपाल में हुए नक्सली हमले व बम विस्फोट से यह भी आशंका जताई जा रही है कि नेपाली नक्सलियों से असंतुष्ट कुछ ग्रुप भारत में घुस आए हैं, जिन्हें अन्य राष्ट्रों की रजामंदी प्राप्त है। उसने निपटाने के लिए अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर सरकार ने क्या कदम उठाए हैं? Honorable Minister, please.
अध्यक्ष, सरकार के 83 पिछड़े हुए नक्सल प्रभावित जिलों को चिन्हांकित किया है तथा इन जिलों के आर्थिक व सामाजिक विकास के लिए एक योजना के तहत 2,475 करोड़ रुपए स्वीकृत किए हैं। सरकार ने उन क्षेत्रों में भूमि सुधार तथा जनजातियों के पुनर्वास का सूचित प्रबंध किया है। साथ ही पंचायतों के सशक्तिकरण व संबंधित कानून 1996 को सख्ती से लागू करने की निर्देश जारी किया है। The Indian Air Force initiated the upgradation of its surveillance capacity in Maoist hit areas after the failure of unmanned aerial vehicles.
Ms. Nandara Sahu.
There have been many complaints from different parts of Rankin June regarding the low quality of food being supplied by the IRCTC and different private pantries. I would like to know what are the steps taken by the Ministry of Railway regarding this issue.
Minister of Railways.
श्रीमती नयनतारा, आपकी जानकारी के लिए मैं बता दूं कि भारतीय रेलवे मंत्रालय 2027 के लिए कैटरिंग पॉलिसी यानी कि भोजन प्रबंध कर चुकी है। रेलवे मंत्रालय अपनी पूरी कोशिश में लगी हुई है कि यात्रियों को एकदम ताज़ा भोजन उपलब्ध करना और इसी उद्देश्य से रेलवे के अंतर्गत 14 कैंटीन पहले से उपलब्ध हो चुकी है। भोजन की गुणवत्ता बेताजगी की जांच करने के लिए आकस्मिक निरीक्षण यानी कि इंस्पेक्शन भी करवाए जाएंगे। केवल यही नहीं, यात्रियों को शुद्धिकृत पानी उपलब्ध करवाने के लिए प्रत्येक कंपार्टमेंट में प्यूरिफायर लगाने की योजना भी बन चुकी है। लोगों का स्वास्थ्य हमारा लक्ष्य है और उनकी सुरक्षा के लिए सावधानियां बढ़ाना हमारा कर्तव्य है।
I feel that there is a general complaint about food supply in railway in various and unhygienic quality. How will the minister propose in this manner?
Minister of Railways.
Honorable Speaker Ma'am, Ministry of Railway look after this serious issue.
बहुत अच्छा लगा बच्चों। I think the MP should learn from you. You have performed very ideal part. Have you ever seen Parliament TV?
Yes, sir.
So what you are doing, they do the same thing? There is some natural thing you have just laying back. But overall, it's very good. सबसे अच्छी जो चीज़ें लगी मैं बता देता हूँ उनमें से, जैसे द एंट्रीज ऑफ मैडम स्पीकर वाज वेरी नाइस, शी इज परफॉर्मिंग स्पीकर टास्क वेरी वेल, बट देयर शुड बी सम इमोशन, ओके, इंस्टेड ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग स्पीकर यू आर लाइक स्ट्रीट फेयर, दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर, है ना, तो बीइंग नेचुरल, ठीक है। और आप लोग जब क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे तो थोड़ा गुस्सा दिखाओ, थोड़ा जोश दिखाओ, आंसर दिखा रहे तो उसमें थोड़ा सा रिस्ट्रिक्शन दिखाओ, तो दैट्स वेरी गुड।